Sa atin, we should accept that person for who he or she is. And at the same time, if they have ideas that are contrary to ours, then we should also listen and be open-minded to their ideas. In fact, when you look at acceptance, as I've mentioned, you need to accept yourself in the sense that you know your own strengths. The school system teaches us how to be well-rounded. But in the real world, in the marketplace, you can't be well-rounded. You need to focus on your strengths and look for others whose strengths are your weaknesses so you can manage your strengths. Alam ko yung definition ng success, pero at the age of 30, I lost everything. We lost everything. We lost almost 10 million with some business partners. And nag-incur ako, kami ng wife ko, ng additional 2.5 million debt. So medyo malaki yun para sa amin. And ang nangyari, noong December 2010, in front of 300 people, a crowd like this, I had a talk, and I raised my last credit card. Sabi ko sa kanila, meron kaming 8, all with debt. Nabayaran namin isa-isa until only one remained. And I got a pair of scissors and I told everyone, this is what you call plastic surgery. Tapos kinupit ko yung card, sumigaw ako, freedom! And people gave me blank stares, the way you're giving me now. And I told them, I don't care if you think I'm corny, but I'm a big fan of Braveheart. Sigaw ko ulit, freedom! Ngayon, most of them are excited. Kasi I found out, 95% of them are also in debt. Okay, curious lang ako, alam ko mga top performers tayo pero kaya nga kailangan marunong tayo mag-manage din ng ating pera. Sino ba dito, meron kayong utang? Can you raise that? Liars go to hell? Ayun nagtaas din nasa likod. Sino sa inyo, you are hoping and praying na mawala yung mga utang nyo? Lahat ba tayo? Good. Sino naman sa inyo are hoping and praying na mawala yung pinagkakautangan nyo? Ayun na sa kamay nyo. Baka masaktan kayo katabi nyo pala, no? Leadership is really about being inspired and inspiring others. Bago tayo magsimula, alam ko, May na ngayon, pero para medyo masaya, pwede bang paki-semi-hug lang yung mga katabi nyo? Semi-hug. Okay, tapos sabihin mo sa kanya, happy, great, New Year ahead. Tapos sabay-sabay tayo, cheese! Okay. Thank you very much for that group picture. Maraming salamat. Ang ganda po na ang ganda dito, ha? Labas ang dimples, ha? Napaka-cute! Parang natatandaan ko itong guy. Mali po yung mindset niya about God. Matagal na church to. Tagal na. Tapos, one time, parang nawalan siya ng gana, nagkaroon ng personal issue. He's a hunter. Okay? So, dala-dala niya yung shotgun niya. One day, nasa wilderness siya. Dala-dala niya yung shotgun niya. Biglang out of nowhere from the bushes, may lumabas. Isang big brown bear. Sabi ng bear, sabi ng bear, tinatakot ko yung hunter, takbo siya, nabitawan yung shotgun niya. He was running for his life. Pagliban niya ng bear, nakatingin yung bear, pahabol pa, sabi ng bear ng gano'n, takbo pa din siya. Pagtakbo niya, he reached the edge of a cliff, wala na siya papuntahan. Yung tagal-tagal niya nang nagdadasal, sabi niya, Lord, gawin mo maka-Diyos yung bear. Ginawa ng bear, biglang tumigil yung bear. Lumuhod ngayon yung bear. Tapos nagdasal. Sabi ng bear, Heavenly Father, thank you for the food that I'm about to eat. Disgrasya pa din, ano?
And I wrote a book about it. It's called Unique. And I got the title because God created us all to be unique. Am I right? Nasa Bible, God created us in His image. In the image of God, He created us male and female. It means that God has placed a part of Himself in us, which makes us special. Tignan nyo ngayon mga katabi nyo ngayon. Sabihin mo sa kanya, you are special. Yeah. Teka, may naririnig ako dito eh. You are special. Chad, dinagdagan pa, no? Huwag yun ang dagdagan. Alam nyo ba itong fingerprint natin? It has not, will not, and will never be replicated. In fact, your DNA is yours and yours alone. Out of 7 billion people. And when God created you, He threw away the mold. Kaya nga, there's this 8-year-old boy, nilapitan niya yung nanay niya. Sabi niya, Mami, saan ba tayo nanggaling? Sabi nung nanay, anak, galing tayo sa tao, syempre. Man and woman, kay Adam and Eve. Bakit mo ba tinatanong? Mami, sabi ni Daddy, hindi daw nanggaling daw tayo sa mga unggoy. Ang tawag daw doon, evolution. Sabi ng nanay, anak, ang tinutukoy ng tatay mo yung side ng family nila. So, tingnan nyo ulit yung nasa kaliwa. Tingnan nyo yung nasa kaliwa. Yan, tingnan nyo. Mukha bang evolution? O creation? Creation daw. Creation no? This is our promise for you this whole day. This is our promise for you. Our promise for you after this seminar, whole day seminar, you will never look at yourself the same way again. And you will never look at others the same way again. In fact, you will finally discover who you are and how you are wired by God. Tapos yung mga nakaupo, ganito gawin nyo? Saludo kayo. Saludo. Yeah. Okay, tayo lang kayo. Tignan yung maigi ang pagmumukha ng mga yan, ha? Yung mga nakatayo, tignan yung maigi. Yan yung mga tao na dapat nyong iwasan. Yan yung mga tao na dapat nyong katakutan. Ako. You may take your seats.
Tama. Tama.
Plus 10. I heard someone say 5,000. Sino nagsabing 5,000? Can you raise your hands? Good. Sino nagsabing hindi 5,000? Sino sa inyo ma-pride ayaw sumagot? Competitive spirit ba rin? No, seriously. Who among you said it's 5,000? Can you raise your hands? Good. Who among you say it's not 5,000? Bakit iba-iba yung sagot natin? Okay, sige. Ulitin natin. Pattern. Ulitin natin, ha? Okay, are you ready? Okay. 1,000 plus 40. 1,040. Okay. Sige. Kailangan mas ma-energetic ka. Okay, good. 1,000 plus... Teka lang. Sandali. What's your name? Sarah. Ako nakita ka si Sarah. Are you already a parent? Sarah. How many kids do you have? Kita-kita nga na you're a parent. Kasi ano ba yung parents sa Tagalog? Okay, nakita natin. Competitive spirit. Hindi ka nagsisimula na pag-marungan ng ganyan eh. I will show you the answer, don't worry. I will show you the answer. Yung iba naka-iPad pa eh. Okay, ready? 1,000 plus 40. Plus 1,000. Plus 30. Plus 1,000. Plus 20. Plus 1,000. Plus 10. 6,000 over na. Okay, what's the answer? Who always said it's 5,000? Okay, we still have a few. Who always say it's not 5,000? Ilan siya? 4,100. I'll show you the equation. This is especially for Sarah. Okay? Here's the answer. It's 4,100. Who among you had the answer 5,000 and you changed, you shifted to 4,100? Okay, this is what happened. I gave you a pattern. I gave you 4 big numbers. 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, and I gave you 4 small numbers. 40, 30, 20, 10. Your mind was deceived. It got confused that the small number is also a big number. Thus, you thought that the 100 is 1,000. That is a pattern. And that's how powerful a pattern is. Do you follow? Because our mindset, our perspective, our paradigm is influenced by our past patterns. So for example, what's the median age of this group? I think late 20s, am I right? Yes. So you had that experience, okay? 20 plus years of experience. You inculcated that experience, yung inyong background, yung inyong relationship, na influence na. So doon nagiging, yun yung byproduct of our paradigm, of our perspective. Okay.
Topic for today is really, it took me time, to be honest with you, it took me more than 20 hours to prepare this message. And it was hard because I'm going to speak to people like you who are already successful. I was looking for a topic that will really touch your heart, and I came up with this topic, From Success to Significance. This book is a good book. It's called, the title is Millionaire Next Door. Have you read this book? This is a book that's a survey, it's a research of the real millionaires in the States, the real ones. So they were able to measure according to wealth, according to their net worth, and they found interesting results in that survey. They were able to find out 20 of the reasons why they became millionaires. Those who answered the survey. So last one, number 20. It's important, but it's not that important to them. Education. Education. It's important, but not that important to them. Okay? Number 1, honesty. It's tied with being well-disciplined or hard work. Number 3, good people skills. Number 4, you will never guess it in a million years. A supportive spouse. Okay, look at your spouse again. Do they look supportive? Yes, of course. You won't be here if it weren't for them. So same thing with me. I don't know what I'll do without my beautiful, wonderful, amazing wife. Okay, mabawi lang po ako. Matik mamaya. So, perfect na naman po ulit yun. Okay, so character is seen when no one is looking. Character is seen when no one is looking. So, yung mga crisis natin, especially a domestic crisis, it affects our character, it affects our integrity. My husband was watching TV and he felt a sharp pain in his back. And when he turned around, he saw his wife with a cooking pan. She was very angry. And the husband said, "Why did you hit me?" The wife said to the husband, "I was fixing your things and I saw a piece of paper with the name Rebecca." Who is that Rebecca? Rebecca. 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 Don't you know that if it wasn't for Rebecca, we won't have any food on the table? Why was Rebecca? Rebecca. Rebecca is the horse that I bet on. We won. Is that true? Yes. Please, next time, don't accuse me again. I'm sorry, it won't happen again. After a month, the husband was watching TV again, and he felt a sharper pain at his back when he turned around. He saw his wife with a bigger cooking pan. Very, very, very angry. And he asked his wife, "Why did you hit me again?" "Your horse, Rebecca, is on the telephone." And then the husband and wife eventually became Christians. But they had an accident after many years, and they died. They were in heaven, and the husband was walking towards the gates of heaven, pearly gates. He was walking and he saw St. Peter. And St. Peter was there, and he was standing behind the gate. And the man said, the husband, "How can I enter heaven?" And St. Peter said, "It's easy. All you have to do is spell grace." Grace? Yes. Because you have faith in Jesus Christ. All you have to do is spell grace. So the man said, "Grace. G-R-A-C-E. Yes, God's redemption at Christ's expense." That's good. And St. Peter said, "You may enter the kingdom of God." And then, before he entered, an angel came and whispered something to St. Peter's ear. And St. Peter said to the husband, "Sir, can you be here first? I have to do something urgent." can you take over for me first? So the husband was there, and lo and behold, he saw his wife. And then the wife was there. And when the wife saw the husband, he was so happy. The wife asked the husband, how can I enter the kingdom of God? How can I enter heaven? And then the husband replied, all you have to do is spell Czechoslovakia.
Read this. What do you see? What? I am now here, I am nowhere. Who said it's I am nowhere? Who said it's I am now here? Okay, good. You're both right, you're both correct. Because for some, you see this, I am nowhere. For some, you see this, I am now here. For some, you are lost. For some, you have arrived. Now, this is where paradigm shift comes in. You shift the way you think. Paradigm shift. So if you think that something that you believe in is not true, you change the way you think about that.
Thì paradigm shift có nghĩa là chúng ta bắt đầu thay đổi ngược lại cái hệ thống tư tưởng suy nghĩ của mình. Khi chúng ta bắt đầu thừa nhận một cái gì đó, chúng ta suy nghĩ về nó hoặc là tin vào nó mà nó không còn là sự thật nữa, thì chúng ta bắt đầu thay đổi cái lối tư duy đó, nghĩ vào hướng khác.
If I turn off the lights, you won't see a thing, right? But if you switch on the light, then that's what you call an aha moment. It's like a light bulb in your head was switched on. So that is how it works.
Tương tự giống như chúng ta tắt đèn, chúng ta không thấy gì hết, mà khi mở đèn lên thì chúng ta có một cái sự ngỡ ngàng hoặc là nhận ra là nó đã sáng, tức là chúng ta đã thấy được cái gì đó và nhận ra một vấn đề nào đó.
Okay, I'll teach you how we should use our minds well. We need to learn how to focus. Okay, I'll teach you about focus. Is that okay? Can I ask everyone to stand?
Tôi sẽ chia sẻ với các bạn cái cách để sử dụng cái tâm trí của mình một cách tập trung.
Okay, this is what I want you to do. Focus.
My topic for today is all in for 2013. And we are going to have fun. Do you want to have fun today? Yes. So this is just a casual talk. Can you look at the person sitting beside you? Okay, tell them we are going to have fun. As my title, all in, this is the great London. And he is the tightrope expert. And he has crossed the Niagara Falls in over a decade, around 8 times in over a decade. And the Great London in 1859 with 25,000 onlookers. He would cross the Niagara Falls with stilts, with a blindfold, but his favorite is a wheelbarrow. And he asked the onlookers, whom among you believe that I can pass through Niagara Falls with his wheelbarrow? And everyone shouted, yes, we believe. They nailed us one. And then he asked them, wonderful. Who among you would want to get in the wheelbarrow? Everyone laughed. But after a minute, they realized that the Great London is serious. He's dead serious. And no one volunteered, would you? So it was saddened because he wanted his fans to believe in his ability to cross the Niagara Falls. But as he was losing hope, there's this one guy who raised his top silk hat, waving it in the air, and he said, I will volunteer. Of all people, it was his manager, Harry Colcord. And he was happy, but it wasn't really his intention to bring someone at that time. So it took him his next trip to bring Harry Colcord along. And the amazing feat is even more amazing because they are the same size. And he carried him not on a wheelbarrow, but behind his back, all in. And our company asks us, tries to get our commitment. We see the vision of the company, but what's important is not the vision. What's important is the shared vision among all of us. Are we all in? Whoa, I'm really convinced that you are all in. Are you all in? Yes! Yeah, we should be all in. That should be part of our culture. In fact, Lee Kuan Yew in Time magazine was interviewed and he was asked how he was able to turn around Singapore from a slum-infested country. Actually, it was a province in Malaysia in 1964. It was kicked out as a province of Malaysia. He was able to turn Singapore from third world to first world. His answer? Culture. He said, culture is destiny. Culture is something that we do that we don't think about. It's like tying your shoe. It's something inherent in us. It's automatic. And whether we like it or not, whether we know it or not, all of us, we have a culture. There's no such thing as a cultureless organization. And the financial impact based on an 11-year study, the revenue growth for companies, companies who has strong cultures, it's 682% revenue growth versus 166%. Stock appreciation, 901% versus 74%. And a company that has a great culture includes both smart and healthy. They are smart and healthy. It's a given. All of us are smart. That's why we're here. That's why we're working for a great company. But what's not a given is being healthy. What does being healthy mean? It means that we have high morale, low turnover, less confusion. Being healthy and being smart is different. So a smart and healthy organization. This is the secret to success, is to stay in love. Because if you are in love, you have the real power. You can turn kindness into strength. You can turn love into power. And here's the key. Love is not a feeling. It's not an emotion. Love is a choice. Greatness is a choice. And if you want to be great, you choose love. Because through love, then you know the why and not just the what. You make a living by what you get, but you make life by what you give. 3 points: mindset, skill set, heart set. The most important is the heart set. Remember to stay in love. Really had a great time with you guys. Thank you very much. God bless you.